College football has a big problem. A lot of their coaches are leaving. Why? Is it because of the transfer portal? NIL? The stupid college football schedule? There are a lot of reasons, but we seen Nick Saban recently retire out of nowhere. Nobody really saw it coming. And then you see Jeff Hafley, who formerly was the head coach of Boston College, just took them to a bowl game, leave his head coaching position to go be the defensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers. And you want to know what was reported about the reason why he opted to leave his head coaching job for a coordinator position in the National Football League? It's because he finally gets to coach football. Because college football doesn't allow you to just coach football. You got to worry about managing relationships with boosters because you got to have that NIL money so you can recruit the players in the transfer portal to come play for you and also recruit the players on your team to stay. And when you're coaching at a school like Boston College that is a low-end Power 5 job, or you're coaching at a G5 school, why would you want to be a head coach in this sport when your best players are always going to get plucked from other good teams that can offer them more money? It's not easy to recruit. And then not just that, but recruiting is a 24/7 thing. You don't get no days off from recruiting. It ain't no winter break. You may get like a week off, but you still got to hit that recruiting trail hard. You're recruiting nonstop. There's no break for assistant coaches. Hell, there's not really no breaks for head coaches. Nick Saban, I saw an interview that he did when he said he doesn't even get to watch a lot of his former players in the NFL like that because he's putting in that work on Sunday, watching film after the Saturday game. College football is pushing away their head coaches because it's just too hard to be a damn football coach in college football anymore. Being a football coach in college football requires you to be so much more. You got to know business. I mean, like, I felt Jeff Hafley when he said that you're not coaching football anymore. Hell, Chip Kelly has no problem leaving the head coaching position at UCLA to be an offensive coordinator. There's a problem in college football. The problem is that these coaches are getting overworked and you're making it too hard for them to have success doing what they love to do. In the NFL, you don't have to worry about none of this shit. You want to know why? Because you have somebody else to handle it. Or it's not a big emphasis. You see, the NFL is straight business. College football isn't football anymore. It's a business, and the coaches have to be involved in the business aspect of it, which can make it difficult for guys like Jeff Hafley, who are out of Boston College, because half your roster's transferring because they want to go to a bigger program that can offer them more money. Why would anybody want to be a head coach in college football anymore unless you're coaching at a blue blood program that has elite resources, elite facilities, and the elite NIL infrastructure that can back them up? Like, why would anybody want to coach at FAU or USF if you're not going to get that financial backing that schools that Alabama and Georgia give their head coaches, and you got to worry about your best players always getting plucked up because bigger schools want them? Like, college football is not in a good state right now. Players are leaving left and right. Look at the situation that Alabama's in right now. Nick Saban retired and everybody started flocking like birds. This is the problem with college football. You are only incentivizing movement amongst your players and coaches, and you're putting these coaches that want to stay loyal to their programs at a disadvantage, that want to build things up the right way, supposedly. But the right way isn't the right way anymore. The right way is the wrong way. The wrong way is, you're trying not to spend money. You want to be, you want to have integrity with how you go about recruiting these players. But it's hard to have integrity in the sport where you just drop bags on players and you're like Ohio State. You got the best team in college football in Texas. And you can say what you want about, it doesn't matter how much talent you have. It's about coaching it. Talent still matters. And the majority of teams that are winning national championships have some of the best rosters in college football. And when you're a school like Boston College, you don't have the same resources to recruit at a top 25 level. You see, at one point, coaching at a school like Boston College was something that nobody would ever think about leaving unless they got a better job. But now it's a job that you're hesitant to take if you want to plan on staying long term, just because the complication that comes from coaching at a school like that. So for a lot of these coaches right now, it's no surprise that they're leaving. NIL, transfer portal has no regulation. And even when it does get regulated, it's not in the right way. They just change the rules whenever they want to. They give you no notice. Nobody understands anything. College football is scaring away their head coaches. And it's no surprise because chaos is ensuing with the transfer portal. Players can leave anytime they want. You got the NIL, which is being leveraged to get these players out of the transfer portal. NIL was never intended for these purposes, but let's be honest. When you make it legal to buy players, of course it's going to be used. So you guys leave your thoughts on how you feel about college football coaches leaving the sport because of everything that's going on from the business side of things.